Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. It's been about, what, a week and a bit since I've last played this? Trying to catch up on everything that's happened. So, a couple of notes before we crack on with this video. I have reviewed my footage and I will raise 2 points. One, I am very sorry for using the D word constantly for like 50 times throughout that video. You don't even realize you're saying it until you actually review the footage and go, wow, I do say that same word a lot, don't I? So I'm going to try my best to not say it as much, because I'm sure it was getting as annoying for you as it was for me when I was looking back at it. The second thing is that I did actually go back and do that boss fight because I was just curious to see if I took Idira and Cassia instead of Heinrichs and Argenta, if I was allowed to keep the Forge Feet. And I could. They didn't shoot it, they just, grumbled a wee bit about it. But, so this bit... Aww. That didn't happen. So, happy days. We've got the Forge Fiend. Literally nothing else has changed. It is the exact same choices, exact same story. It's just that one bit with the Forge Fiend. But... I was too curious to see whether I could actually keep it or not, so I just want to see if it makes any changes down the road with the story. So, and come on, it was a free Forge Fiend. Of course, I'm going to try and find a way of keeping it. But apart from that, the only things I will note is that I've spent about an hour just going over my equipment, checking my logs because it's been so long. So my equipment is a wee bit different for myself. I've changed my armor and gave myself this power pick. I'm not going to go over all the changes, just the sort of main ones. Obviously, we've got Pascal with his arc rifle. We've got Cabela. I've given her back her old Spinner's ritual vestments that I was wearing for quite a while. Mainly because I actually didn't even realize she gains a dodge chance if the wearer is not in cover. And look at that, she has 115 dodge. She's not going to be getting hit, hopefully. Abelard's pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure he still has the same shotgun on his back. Idira, I have completely redone Idira. I even went to the guy and respec'd her because I just had no idea what the hell I was even doing with her as a character. So I've went down the same routes for her classes and everything, but I have completely redone all her skills to just focus on two things: willpower and warp skills. So it's basically just willpower and warp. All her officer stuff, operative stuff, I've just ignored it because I'm just trying to focus on her just being the warp person. Cassia, exactly the same, haven't done anything with her. Argenta, I have leveled her up and given her the multi-melter, so now she has access to a decent last gun with a high rate of fire, and for hard targets she's got the multi-melter. And Heinrichs just changed his armor around a wee bit, but he's still sporting the Glow of Dead Stars and the Hammer of Epiphany. So that's him. And that's our team for now. As for the Void Ship, I've repaired it, redone a wee bit of equipment, put everything away in the cargo bay, and I've made it so now its starboard weapons are these new Howler cannons I got from Kieva Gamma. So I'm really hoping they're going to be helping us out in terms of just mopping up the last of these fights that we have to deal with. And the last bit is, I think it's in colony management. For Foulstone, we are currently progressing with the Hallowed Railway, which gives us something. What does it give us? It gives us this Requimator, which you can see what it does there. But the main reason I'm doing that is because I've been doing a bit of research, just literally just hovering over things and trying to read them all. You basically try and want to get your complacency up for all your colonies, because it actually improves your profit factor that each colony produces. And this also gives me some RP for the machine cult, so hopefully I just get more flack with them and I can just get more cool equipment. So that's pretty cool. And for Kieva Gamma, things are still the same. We're still waiting for these things to be built, so we get the cursed boots, we get more profit factor, and we get efficiency, which produces more resources. So it's good to keep an eye on this. And I didn't even notice at the top here, you can actually track all your resources. So we're getting +3 from Kieva Gamma on there, we're getting +3 in Kieva Gamma for weapons, actually getting some phlogiston from Kieva Gamma, so it's a good way of tracking everything. But that's pretty much it. We're just going to keep going and see where the story takes us. I've done a wee bit of checking in my journal, And the main things right now seem to be talking to people on my ship and maybe going back to Footfall and actually having a look around. Because actually, I think there's quite a lot in Footfall I've kind of ignored. So I'm going to go back there and just see what we've got. But the first order of business right now is to have a chat with Heinrichs about what we found out on Kieva-Gava. So we're going to go try and find him, wherever the hell he is, and see what he's got to say about what he's found out. There you are. Now, where's that bitch? Okay, I'm hoping I can find it. Oh, are you satisfied with the results of your mission on Kieva-Gava?
More than. The data we retrieved is already in the hands of the Inquisition, in the custody of those who can extract the secrets of the future from the claws of chaos. The sacrifices made to the Cogitator will not have been for nothing. We dealt a blow not only to the cultists, but to the archenemy itself. I cannot help but be pleased. However, there is something I must tell you. Back there, at the Cogitator, my decision to let it complete its operation allowed me to... I can't even find words, to perceive something of what is to come. You deserve to know this. The cult is threatening the worlds within your protectorate, after all. I could choose to think of it as an echo of the past, or a specter of the future, but that's not it. Warp sorcery joins stretches of time together, violating the accepted sequence and flow of events. I heard a resonance of the person behind the cult. I faced demons more than once before, but this... I couldn't have imagined such a concentration of evil and corruption. I am convinced that one of the greater demons is behind the cult of the Final Dawn. Beware the day when that demon finds a way to appear in this world.
Well, considering the fact that it's all been Tzeentch stuff, he's basically saying a Lord of Change is behind the cult. So, that's always interesting. So, it's a really low persuasion chance, but I'll try. Touching the Cogitator did something to you. I want to know what.
No servant of the God Emperor has closer dealings with corruption than the agents of the Golden Throne. In its quest to guard the Imperium against its foes' most devious and secret schemes, the Inquisition seeks to understand the essence of evil. It is not enough for us to burn or cut down a rotten seedling. We must study it, understand it, touch it. Every time any of us do our duty, we are risking our very souls. But when it comes to Psykers, the soul of a Psyker is especially enticing to the archenemy. I was operating the machine created by the servants of the archenemy, and in doing so, I attracted the attention of the cult's master. Thank the throne that it was only a glancing touch. If it hadn't been, we would not be speaking here today. When I touched the cult's Cogitator, I drew the thousand-eye gaze of evil upon myself, as any agent does when they interfere in the schemes of those who serve the ruinous powers. And that evil undoubtedly left an invisible mark upon me, as it does on any acolyte who fights against the archenemy. And this will be the case every time I do my duty. I know a good deal about the fates of those who have served the throne before me. Enough to know that my path leads to one place, and one place only.
I'm genuinely surprised we actually managed to get that 10% check. I thought we would be well shafted. What are you going to do next?
My visit to Kieva-Gava did not produce answers to all my questions, but we did succeed in dealing a blow to the cult by destroying the Fabricator Sensor's machine. I have directed my spies to track the sect's surviving leaders. I am certain that they will have useful information for us soon. Though small, this is a victory for the Golden Throne, and I have you to thank for it.
I think that'll be all.
Thank you for finding the time for our conversation.
So, I have been thinking, because obviously all of these characters, they've all got like lots of dialogue bits to talk, but like it would take like an hour to go through all the characters and all their dialogue, and I don't really want to do a whole episode based on that, so I might do like a sort of like mini episode where it's just talking, like I'm not even going to commentate on it, and it's just so you can skip it if you want to. So I'm thinking about doing that just so you can experience the dialogue if you want to. But let me know if you feel like that's actually a decent idea. But for now, I say we go back to Footfall. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look-see at the map and see what options we have for getting back to Footfall. It's going to be a wee bit of a trek, but I've done it once before. Okay, so Footfall is all the way back here. It's a shame we can't just teleport there, but hey-ho. So we'll at least go here. Good start. Okay, a space combat awaits in the system. Do you know what? Let's test out our new weapons. I'm really hoping they will actually give me the punch I need. We might even get some stuff out of it. Okay, that's always good. Where's my ship? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can't activate Shield Master. That's not great, but it's fine. What we got? We've got a little mini one and a big one. Okay, so starboard is our ship's... Yeah, sorry, I have to reverse it because the ship's facing the wrong way. So let's see if we can do some good damage to this thing. I should be able to... screw it, we'll just go down this way.
All hands, prepare for acceleration. Salvo!
Oh, wow, those guns are really good, aren't they?
Macro cannons, open fire!
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, just do it again. Yes, please.
Let them taste our fury.
Although I didn't actually do anything, did it? Okay, let's see if I can spin around a wee bit. Not much, but I can at least get on this side. Well, that's still my starboard, isn't it? Yeah. So tell you what, we'll go over here.
Coordinates set.
We'll see if we can hit that one.
Macro cannons, open fire.
Wow, look at all those misses.
Let them taste our fury.
Okay, a wee bit of damage. Uh-oh, need to get away from those torpedoes. Alright, I want you on that side, so that works out. Okay, not sure why my movement's so bad now, but whatever. I guess we'll just go down this way.
Engage the engines.
I mean, that frigate's already nearly at half health. That's a good start. God damn it. Nah, they don't do much damage, but they're very mobile. Okay, they do a wee bit of damage. Okay, at least I can activate my shield batteries now. Oh, sorry, reinforced shield. That's what I meant to say. Let's see if I can get over there.
Helmsman, take us in. Salvo!
It's kind of shocking the amount of missing I'm doing.
At will. Every shot counts.
The terror of the crew echoes in my mind.
I might have been a wee bit overzealous. Okay, a bit of a better attempt in this second one. So the Drukhari ship's gimmick is once you hit them, they pop these things called obsidian shadow fields. Basically, you then have to get extremely close to them, otherwise you suffer a 75% penalty to hit chance. So that's basically the gimmick. It's not too bad. There's also a bit of luck involved if you actually do manage to actually do damage to them, but we should be able to finish them off now.
Salvo!
My premonitions never fail me.
There we go. And we got a nice amount of scrap and a level up. So what should we go for leveling up now? What we got here? Warp Weave. Flows of the Immaterium cause an enemy ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees depending on the ship's maneuverability. If the enemy ship has suffered hull damage, this abrupt turn additionally deals more damage. That's kind of cool, actually. The flagship auras scan the enemy ship to highlight. All damage dealt to a weak point is increased by 30%. That actually might be quite good, especially since I've got a very good, like, starboard weapon now. Overloads enemy shields, redistributing them with the weakest side facing the ship. Okay. Or the weak side facing the flagship, sorry. This flagship makes a shallow warp jump to forward direction. That's kind of handy. Allows... Nah, I'm going to go with vulnerability scan. I feel like that would be quite good. Oh, we get another ability. The flagship fires up its maneuvering thrusters and slides a short distance to one side. That could be quite useful. Yeah, I think I'm going to give Strafe a go. Yeah, I think I quite like that, actually. That actually would be very good for RAM, now that I think about it. Cool. Happy days. I'm happy with that. That wasn't a terrible attempt. Well, at least the second one wasn't. Okay, let's go to Adramat 2. Don't think there's anything really here. Ah, didn't actually mean to do that, but whatever. I've actually got plenty of Navigator's Insight. We could check out that system, but I really do want to get to Footfall as fast as I can, so let's just go there. Lord Captain, I am receiving reports about malfunctions among the various ship systems. Several crew members are suffering from burns and frostbite. Tech priests performing the rites of the machine spirit pacification and make convinced that the issues were caused by the spirit's obstinacy and defiance. I think these are just random warp events that have, or not. I guess I'll shut up. Wow, that was lovely, wasn't it? Sarabak, how can you let this happen? An assassination attempt upon the rogue trader in his own chambers right under the noses of your enforcers? An unforgivable error. I accept full responsibility and ask for due punishment. Look, I just want an explanation. Put that weapon away and what the hell happened. Understood. All adjacent decks have been isolated. We have begun our search for the culprit and have set up investigation headquarters in the officers' decks. The substance that has been analysed and confirmed to be blood containing traces of major mutations. While it poses no risk of infection, the very presence of such generic aberration on board is a serious threat to the safety of the ship and must be addressed promptly. Once word of this gets out, many among the crew will surely see it as a brazen challenge to your status as a rogue trader. So could this have been an assassination attempt? Then they would have filled the bath with acid or poison instead. The easier way is to kill someone to drown them in blood. That's true. Although Cassia begs to differ. So what do you intend to do next? Lord Captain, this instance casts a shadow on our honour. We only ask for one thing, a chance to absolve ourselves of our guilt. Allow me to head to the officer's decks at once so I may lead the investigation. It was your intervention that resolved the matter of my own rigidity, which only succeeded in making it worse. With all due respect, Mr. Sauerback, perhaps you would benefit from your fresh perspective. You told Abelard with your coming to power, the established procedures change. That is true. I mean, I suppose I really should try and find out. I'm going to accompany the Master at Arms. Okay, I guess let's go and observe the investigation then. Where is it? It's on the officer's deck. Cool. Cool. Just wanted to go footfall, goddammit. Didn't need a bath in blood, for Christ's sake. Let's go to the officer's deck then. Who should I take with me? Right, just in case there's obviously some combat, I'm going to take Abelard and Pascal. Kind of have to take them because they're my boys. I'll take Heinrichs, and I'll take Cassia. And you know, I'm going to try Adira out. I'm going to try this new warp Adira I've tried by Respector 2. His Lordship, the Rogue Trader, has seen fit to honor his presence in order to monitor the course of the investigation. You are expected to perform your duties immaculately and report your every step to me. Should any of your actions bring shame to the enforcers, you will answer to me personally. Alright, Lord Captain, the 3 officers before you have been tasked with conducting the investigation. First, Captain Klein is a veteran, Captain Geneva is young, and Captain Horotko, his interrogation skills deserve credit, and he knows how to install fear and respect. Okay. You notice the enforcers exchange a few standing glances and throw their shoulders back. Apparently they are not used to standing so close to figures as renowned as you. Their drilling is good, the service records are excellent, let's see how well they perform in the field. What your findings thus far? We have discovered a worker's corpse, mutilated and desiccated. We are still looking into the man's identity position, but the medic's report has confirmed that among all the blood that was pumped into your bath chamber, the blood carrying mutations was indeed his. Okay. The workers from the nearby decks have all been checked for a generic aberration, but the mutations identified are all in the norm for labouring masses. They are being rounded up for interrogation as we speak. Any theories at all? The mutants are plotting. They've been breeding like void rats, so they're getting cocky. They must have wanted to infect your lordship with their plague. It wasn't an attempt on the Lord Captain's life, it was a threat. The rabble were planning a revolt, so they tried to terrorise us. Soon you will drown in blood. Insurgents pride themselves in such metaphors. Meanwhile, Captain Horotko is convinced that it was the work of Voitva's surviving cultists. However, I believe this to be a warning rather than a threat. What we need to establish is who's trying to warn us and what. Interesting hypothesis, but I doubt it is that simple, Mr. Sauerback. Grant me access to the investigative files. I have my own thoughts on what's going on here. Okay. I mean, Heinrichs is a goddamn... God, what? Inquisitor. I was about to say interrogator. He technically is, isn't he? So what do you propose we investigate first? The body. Once we have ascertained the dead man's identity, we'll be able to locate his associates and narrow down the number of suspects. Captain Klein is in charge of examining the corpse. Yes, your lordship, but most on the report. As soon as it's ready, I'll deliver it to you. Alright, let's get started then. A pair of enforcers with batter faces escorting Infernus Master Heinrich Montag. His lip is busted, his knuckles are grazed and covered with blood, and there's a chewed glow stick between his teeth. We apprehended him while he was trying to break through to the detained rabble. Got into a scuffle, we barely managed to restrain the troublemaker. He demanded an audience with you, Mr. Sauerback. What do you enforcers think you're doing, Jocasta? Why are you assaulting my people, denying them water like the criminals? We've got teenagers and elderly folk here. They're all just ordinary workers, they've done nothing wrong. No, Heinrich, what do you think you're doing? Attacking my people, chastising me in front of the Lord Captain. Get out before I have you charged. Your Lordship, I ask you to please to protect your servants from this abuse. Have patience, Heinrich. As soon as the culprit is found, your people will be released. In that case, I request permission to join my family. Fine, whatever. Go see your family. I hope you find the culprit before another 100 workers are forced to suffer the same punishment. Identifying the victim has proven impossible. His face has been smashed in and his body is badly maimed. There are too many wounds to determine the exact cause of death, but presumably he died after the killer slit his throat and that's how they drained his blood. No external signs of mutations were found. In other words, we have nothing, Klein. This isn't a report, it's a declaration of your incompetence before the Lord Captain. I'm going to have a look at the enforcer's face. She clearly cares about him, but does not wish to trample on her comrades' honor. With the words of comfort, Horotko regards Klein... Okay, nothing interesting. No external signs of mutation? What about internal? Performing an autopsy was inadvisable due to the danger of contaminating the area. You see a flash of genuine horror in Klein's eyes before his gaze turns glazy. You have seen that look before in the eyes of other veterans. It's the expression of someone reliving painful memories that have been left behind deep scars. They cannot hope to overcome such trauma on their own. They would need help or a partner or some strong emotional stimulus. I have heard that Medicaid officers both perform repairs. Okay, that would work. The coercion's a bit aggressive. It would seem that I've had an exaggerated opinion of this veteran's courage. He should get some rest, let her cook. Yeah, let's try that one. Indeed, Clyde. Why don't you go take a break? Maybe it's time you considered asking for a transfer to a less demanding post. Your best years are behind you. You should make way for the younger generation. Shut your damn mouth, Rotcoat. The things I've seen, the filth I've crushed. You want me to gut another one? You want to see its mutant blood on my hands? I'll show you blood. Well played, Lord Captain. It's been sometimes at last saw this kind of fire in the old man's eyes. I've examined the filth inside and out. His innards are a genetic nightmare. It's a bag of corruption wrapped in human skin. Extra organs, scales, atrophied and grown limbs, but that's not what's most important. The body was disfigured posthumously. They killed the mutant with surgical precision before opening his throat and draining his blood. It wasn't until the actual murder that they crushed his head and tried to cover up his wounds. The wounds were so brutal, I almost missed his work tattoo. The victim was a pipe warden, and I found this in his throat. A blood-stained raven feather. Well, I may have failed the Imperium test, but personally, a raven feather could mean either like the insignia for the Imperium, or it's like the raven symbol potentially for Tzeentch. It's one of the two in my head. That's all I've got to go off. What does this feather mean? The killer wanted to tell us something. It could be difficult to make sense of a murder's twisted logic. So what tattoo? The Pipe Wardens are a worker clan that services the ship's sewer systems. The tattoo indicates the worker's status and personal number. This one was SP246-01, Senior Pipe Warden. What's the purpose for the corpse mutilated? Someone wanted to hide the cause of death. Fair enough. What's our next step? We should run the victim's identification number through the Masterwork Lodge Cogitator. If its machine spirit favors us, we've been able to narrow down the number of suspects. Cool. Right, Master Cogitator's logs. Oh, it's right here. Allow me to introduce the esteemed tech priest Adraveti Pi. I can never pronounce that properly. She believes she has the right to obstruct the investigation and refuse to grant the enforcers access to the Master Cogitator. I request that the lay woman's willful activity be halted, so she intends to torment the machine spirit of the Masterwork Lodge Cogitator. The venerable spirit is ill and in no disposition. The spirit is old and quick to anger. It therefore calls for a sensitive approach, not a torturous intrusion by a brutish laywoman. Since the start of the watch, the spirit has been unwell, so we've been trying to soothe its woes by applying sacred unguents and sensing the great machine's boards. The dogma of data recuperative quarantine prohibits any disturbance to blessed machines found to be in such a state. Well, I'm old and cantankerous, and I demand aromatic unguents and a hookah to fumigate my sacred lugs too. Then again, why wait? Alright, what do you need from it? Let no profane hand touch the sacred machine stricken. Let the mechanism be shielded from all worldly troubles by the veil of righteous litany, and let its shrine be thricely honoured till the malady is no more. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that seems like a good one. Lay people were prohibited from communing, but not the tech priests. You know what, for a second I thought I was going to fail that one. Very well, I shall disturb the spirit, but I demand that the laywoman show respect and do as she is told. Omnicide Preserveth. The Great Spirit was infected by a layperson. That is the culprit you should be searching for, not some pipe warden. Sacrilege. Registering a Category 3 active sacrilege resulting in Category Epsilon Quadro transgressive scenario. Requesting the inclusion of the offender in the registry of wanted entities for the purpose of expletive disposal. We have discovered that the Cogitator's malfunctions began after an unauthorized attempt to access it was made. Someone deliberately angered the machine spirit in order to bury the work logs. Thankfully, the esteemed tech priest was able to appease the spirit and extract the information. The victim's name was Orto. On the day he died, he was servicing valve 27B, which supplies water to the rogue trader's bath chamber. And see, it's all coming together now. We also had a partner who have yet to appear for duty since the incident occurred. We have a suspect. Who is it? Senior Pipe Warden Gwedin. An 8th generation Pipe Warden, no registered infractions, excellent discipline, perfect work record, and an exemplary servant. Okay. How do you propose we find our suspect? Your lordship, there was a man named Gwendon among the rabble waiting to be interrogated. He immediately struck me as suspicious. Please allow me to question the man. Cool. Let's bring him in and have a wee little chat with him, shall we? Before you stands a man in work clothes. His face is swollen from bruises and several of his fingers are broken, sticking out in odd angles. Start talking, you miserable wretch. You tried to kill the Lord Captain, didn't you? What's this? Heretical brands? Cultist scum? Yes, it was me. I tried to put a curse on the Lord Captain. Oh, okay, he actually admits it. I killed my partner in a wicked ritual, rubbed elbows with them demons, consorted with them, all to carry out a dark plot and doom the Lord Captain from the glory of my almighty master. Oh, we have ourselves a model cultist here. There is a ritual, a curse, and a plot. He even consorted with them demons. How kind of him to confess all of them immediately. His words, he is trying to paint them over with a fake garage shoes, but his abject terror carries with it too much black and grey. What does he hope to accomplish with this? He has admitted to everything, the vermin. I have insisted time and time again that the assassination attempt was carried out by one of Voigtved's surviving henchmen, and I was right. I guess we weren't so thorough in clearing them out as I thought. Hirotko looks proud and self-important. Ginevra is biting her nail as if hesitant to say anything. Sauerbach is observing the worker in silence. And Clyde merely stands still with distrustful grimace. Other than Hirotko, no one here seems to believe that they are looking at the real culprit. Okay. So, what do I want to say here? So, other than Hirotko, no one here seems to believe that you are looking at the real culprit. I mean, to be fair, he is just a pipe warden. This would seem pretty random, and people can take the fall for other people. Does the Master at Arms not find it strange that the suspect is so eager to paint himself as a heretic, and in such a preposterous fashion, no less? I agree, Lord Captain. I want the truth. Who are you, and who told you to give us this pathetic confession? Forgive me, your lordship. I'm not Gwendon. I'm not a heretic. Yart's my name. I'm a laundryman. Please have mercy. They took my family. That enforcer said she threw them out the enforcer if I don't confess. Wait, that enforcer? She made me draw these unholy marks on myself. Your enforcers have a knack for persuasion. But this is ridiculous. What enforcer? Name. Give me her name. Ginevra. Ginevra was her name. What? I swear I have not. Ginevra. We will deal with her later. I will handle the search for Gwendon myself. Lord Captain, would you have us execute this demon worshipper? Okay, hold on. You've lied to us more than once, and maybe he's still lying to us. Ginevra, do you have anything to say? I have never threatened his family. I certainly did not force him to lie and draw heretical signs. I barely even remember his face. I may have interrogated him beforehand, but it was someone else that put him up to this. And yet he knows your name and pointed out right away. Do you not find that kind of funny? And do you not find it funny that your head is always up your arse, Hirotko? It's obvious that someone framed her. Cease this bickering. Lord Captain, what we have here is a liar and a well-coached one at that. He will never confess on his own. What do you suggest we do? Ooh, this is a bit of a weird one, eh? Going straight to torture feels a wee bit direct. I refuse to believe that there is not a single person who saw them being man. Yeah, let's try that one. That makes sense. We cannot beat a man half to death without everyone in the compartment getting wind of such a scene. We'll look into that. What do you want us to do with him until we are done? Just burn him. Yeah, just set him on fire. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Hang the heretic, even for us. Right, I'm not going to go with that. Spare the man. I don't want to spare him. What do I? Because he might be lying. And I'm just going to cut his rations for a month and have him scrub the lower deck. No, actually, no, screw it. I don't care. I'm leaving the decision to you. Execute is. Alright, that's fair enough then. There is no cause for alarm, Lord Captain. This conspirator may have been fake, but now it's only a matter of time before we find the real culprit. We have the pipe warden's names and identification numbers, and we know which clan they are from. We will keep pressing the riffraff until either the culprit confesses or someone turns to him. I will handle this. Please enjoy your meal. Okay, I feel like the investigation went pretty well. Oh, we're still going. Jesus, I thought we'd come back to this later. Lord Captain, the real pipe warden Gwendon has been found and is being escorted here as we speak. Are there any remaining questions we should address before we hear from Gwendon? Nah. Let's just crack straight on into it. Senior pipe warden Gwendon, honoured to serve, Lord Captain. I'm ready to confess everything. Alright, you're the real one, aren't you? Yes, I am, and I'm proud of it. My Pipe ordnance craft is hard work, but necessary. I oversee the water supplies in the upper decks, including the valve that, you know, messed with my bath chambers. There can be no mistake. I have verified his identity. It has been confirmed. Alright. Why'd you fill my bath with blood? I did it as the servant of death commanded. She said the Emperor gave the first spinner a sign. Oh, great. It's bloody blade singers. Or, you know what I mean. Those people. Your lordship should be bathed in the blood of poor Otto, my partner. And I was scared, so I obeyed. The first spinner? Are you talking about the Vizier of the Bloodspun Web? Yes, that's him. He leads a death cultist, a lot who worship the Emperor by killing. His spinners hunt down heretics, and sometimes they take righteous lives too. The service is mysterious, fervent, and bloody. Right. Get the Vizier in here, for Christ's sake. Your lordship, if you may ask, what happens to me now? I never meant to anger you. I thought I was doing the Emperor willed it, but here we are. I'm a simple man. I know pipes. Do you know what? Nah, it's not his fault. Look, you were deceived. I'm not going to punish you. Go about and fix more pipes. It was not his fault. Alright, let's have a chat with this guy. Domin Altair, willed to see me, and so I have come. Okay, I have summoned you to discuss the actions of your apprentices. Let their deeds be weighed. Investigation established that the Bloodspun Web orchestrated an attack on his lordship by means of pouring unholy blood into his bath. This affront. So it was done, and so I did well. It was no affront, but a prophecy for my hands to divine. Unsullied martyrs offered their souls and bloods into his imperishable embrace. I gazed at the red rivers and smouldering lives, and I did see a roiling unclean staining the bays, reaching for the anointed Lord of the Ark. In my apprentice's last sighs, I heard the Undying One's whisper. He bid me bathe the Domin in the blood of he who must go, and they who have been righteous, for this will shield the Dominant and strengthen his body against the roiling unclean. The Emperor bid him. This old fool sacrificed his disciples to breathe their flesh, blood, and bones. He wants to see the corpse Emperor's revelations in the tangle of happenstance. He is so desperate that he invites omens for himself. Do you claim that what you did because the God Emperor willed it? I speak, I move, I draw breath because his wills are so. I defy not the Undying One, neither in death that gifts, nor it takes nor in my living existence. Right. Master at Arms, are you convinced we've even found the culprits? The situation is clear. The Emperor sent us a portent. The protector of mankind guides the hands of his holy servants to guard us and warn us of hidden threats. Altair, regardless of how regularly you kneel before an altar, I advise you to take this warning seriously. If I'm correct in my suspicions about what's transpiring here, and I pray to the throne that I'm not, that you indeed consider this instant a sign that the Emperor is watching over you and this ship. Whew, okay. If you think that your tales will save you from punishment... This is a weird one. It's like... I should technically, like, ask him to not do that. But, you know, we're in the 40k world here. So, like... I'm just gonna say... The cult, the Bloodspun Web, will face no persecution for now. If they do it again, I'm gonna get pissed off. Be that as it may be, we've hit a dead end. We'd hope that exposing the culprits would lead to the aberration's lair. Let the... You know what? I'm going to redeem themselves. Let the Bloodspun Web find the mutants breeding on my ship. But no spinner or brave warrior from the dominant cycle can find the roots of the unclean, for it can appear as human and act as human. Only its thoughts betray its foul nature. Only its thoughts are never human. It is unclean thoughts that we need to find. Very well, let Wise find them. He knows how, no matter how badly he wishes, the rest of us forget. Vinay Zachary is a fearsome hunter. When he hunts the flagship whales, when he thinks my teeth creak and I can feel the pain as if I'm young again, but his power is great indeed, he can hunt down our prey. How could the choir master be of any use? He can perform ritual of thought reading. The practice lets him do so in a cursory examination of the minds of thousands of people in search of... Okay, that's quite handy. Yeah, I guess we'll just have Zachary go and do it, I guess. Alright, let's go and have a chat with this choir master. I was really hoping in this episode I'd actually be able to get back to like football and do some stuff, but we've got some Dark Heresy level investigations going on here. Choir Master. I think it's the chapel, yeah.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
There he is. What a cool organ. Oh, good. Managed to pass our willpower. You shroud your mind well, your lordship, and yet I can guess why I've come. With all due respect, I am asking you to reconsider. Reconsider what? I haven't asked you a question yet. Your intentions are fairly easy. You're looking for mutineers, and the only reason you come to your choir master is to order me to turn into the warp for answers. Your predecessor came to me with the same orders once, and nothing good came of it. Please believe me, Lord Captain, when I say a mountain of corpses was the least of the problems we faced at that time. Oh, so you've done it before for Lady Theodora. Many years ago, it was time when Lady Theodora had become anxious. Perhaps the Lord Inquisitor's interest in her affairs adversely affected her. Shall we say, trust in her own subjects. She was expecting a betrayal, and eventually her paranoia brought her to me. I performed the ritual, but the choir ceased to exist. What's the nature of this ritual? It takes the entire choir's power to invade such a prodigious number of minds at once. I weave their voices into a chord and steer into the murky sea of other people's souls. Together, we read tens of thousands of thoughts, emotions, and intents, looking for the thing we are after, the seed of corruption you are interested in. Okay, basically, this is a really dangerous ritual. Assign a psyker to ensure the safety of the ritual. Well, I'll assign a Dira to it, because I've jacked her like willpower up as much as I can. We can find a psyker that helped perform the ritual. Let's chuck a Dira into this. Absolutely not. She is a witch, an abomination. She will only make the situation worse. Wait, look at that. The great choir master scared of my little whispers. Stop shaking, will you, old man? I'm going to protect you and your bulgy-eyed pals from what's behind the door. You'll thank me. I trust Adira and I'm appointing her as your assistant. This is non-negotiable. You have just signed our death sentence. Well, your lordship, bring your witch here. Why, the abyss will do so much more than stare at us today. We'll be throwing stones into it and begging for it to devour us. The temperature inside the chapel is dropping. Every breath turns to a cloud of vapor. The astropath's resonant voices blend together, following the pattern of the melody playing in the hall. Every now and then, muffled moans are heard coming from the thrones of the junior astropaths. The immaterium is restless. The colours are darkening. No, they're beginning to boil. Your lordship, I sense strangeness. Non-minds. They do not seem human-like. How strange. They are akin to insects, parasites. I cannot read them. That is wrong. Oh god. Brace yourself now. The great whiteness in the ship and its multitudes of minds of which you are one, a shadow of utter nothingness winds its way across the blinding white. You hear the choir master's voice coming from the distance. You cannot make out a single word. Your gaze slides through an iridescent thread that has crossed a nothingness. Something shining is towering from behind it, a golden giant frozen in place like a statue. A sudden jolt of fear distracts you from that image. Your thoughts turn back to the nothingness and its kaleidoscope of absences. No colour, no emotion, no thought. In its further steps, there is something crawling. Let's see if I can avoid peering into it. Oh, thank Christ I could. Beastly fang face with reports of worm-like tongue turns to you. Its eyes, burning with nothingness, penetrate its soul. Thoughts, secrets, wishes, goals, nothing is spared as the abomination rummages inside you like a predator gutting for its kill. I cannot see them. I cannot read their minds. I cannot see into their lair. I see only images, fragmented and sinister. Forgive me, Lord Captain, but we took this risk in vain. What are we dealing with? Some kind of defensive measure? Not sorcery, something else I've never encountered. Minds like this before, something about them is wrong. I'm not gonna... No. Push through. It's no use. I cannot... I see you. You have been looking for me. What matter of abomination are you? I cannot sense you. You are not of the warp. What is your twisted nature? I cannot sense you either, but I know you. I heard you were going to seek me out. My ears are everywhere. I was ready. Did the ritual work? No, this is not my ritual. This is his spell, an invasion of our minds. While I was seeking it out with my power, it found us on its own, and I cannot stop. I cannot force it out of our heads. Alright, let's stop this ritual. You are my prey. Great.
Your heresy. Give me strength.
Well, shit.